Let's get a reaction.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. I spoke about it. I like to whatever I've spoken before. I like to bring it back. I'm a kind of person that what I said 10 years ago, I can say it word by word. So I told all of you in 2022 that this coming election of 2023, it will reveal people's real character. It would expose people that you see as your elders, as religious leaders, as your influencers, as businessmen, people that you respect so much. This election will expose them for who they truly are. And like I said, grab your popcorn and sit down and expect more exposure. There are still more of them. They are going to start blaming either the obedience or Peter Obi. But my problem that I have, that I've been speaking about, even before I started speaking online, was why is it that, like I said, in Nigeria, you have three major tribes. Major. The Hausa, the Fulani, the Hausa Fulani, the Yorubas and Igbos. That's why we say Wazobia. And like I said, when I said that Nigeria is not working because, like I always give example of Nigeria is like a keke napep, a tricycle. That if you remove one tire deliberately, no matter how you pray, you pour anointing oil on that keke napep, it cannot move because you have removed one tire. Why is it that anybody that wants to make a name, or want to trend, or want to live, or want to join the ruling party, they have to use the Igbo people as a bait? Why is it that any failed influencers, any failed politicians, anybody that is looking to be part of the cookie jar, anybody will have to either you put obedience or the Igbos, because this is a new development that with the obedience we have to bring this nonsense down. Anybody. Okay, you said you are, you see, in Nigeria you have this kind of mentality that it cannot work, and it cannot it is a very bad development, very sad for our nation Nigeria. Why is it that anytime you want to leave to join the ruling party, the only thing you have to do in your life is to try to bring the obedience down, to mention the name of Peter Obi, or to speak evil, or to speak about the Igbo people? Why? Look at the state of the nation. Look at how people, look at how 1,000 naira it looks like 200 naira. Look at massive suffering. Look at the inflation. Look at the insecurity in Nigeria. But every time it is Peter Obi. Every time it is the obedience. Every time it is the Igbo people. This is deliberate. I'm not surprised. I'm not so no. I know. I spoke about it before 2023, and I've been speaking about it. I'm not surprised, and I'm still expecting more. You see, these people that you call your elders, more will still come out. More, the religious leaders that you respect, more of them will come out. 2023 to me is that election where I said after 2023 election, if you are not wise, Omar Gokuni, that person will be a fool till he or she dies, because it will expose, and it is exposing, and it is still going to expose more. It will expose 2023. It is exposing. It's still going to expose. There are still more of them. They are still hiding. They will come out one by one. They will come out.
To what end now? What are you trying to achieve?
What are you trying to achieve is trying to join the political. Okay, let me give you an example of the man that said this one was in the PDP. He said, according to him, he said, give the president 8 years, he cannot perform anything. Give him any more years. The man was in PDP before. The same man said again that your brain works so until you join the APC, your brain will stop working. That same man is in the APC, and they said he's a lawyer. All of them, they always go back to eat their vomit, and you be like, what is the problem with you? What is the problem? You can join anybody you like, but don't use a major tribe or Peter Obi as a bait. Just join. We already know you. Like we always say, corn in your pocket before. There's already corn in your pocket. Just join peacefully. Stop using excuses. Stop using the obedience as an excuse. Let me give you an example. Obedience, they themselves, they dragged Peter Obi, they dragged Uzodinma, they dragged Ojizokalu, the obedient dragged Ekwemadu. These are Igbo people, no problem. So what is the problem? That's the question. What is the problem? Yesterday we saw pictures of our people. They were lining up because of meat, salad meat. That if the economy is good, you can even buy your ram, even if it is a goat to keep. Elderly people, they are not lining up to collect salad meat. That is the level of poverty in the country. But nobody is saying anything. Nobody is saying anything. The professor that said that he's going to speak after 1 year, has he spoken anything? That is the problem.
Let's talk about Showore. He said he won the Donyo Okukwe over the obedience movement.
Ordinarily, and like I said, those people are all of you, they are the same.
Showore?
They are the same. And they are the same. We know how they propaganda and everything, how they remove Jonathan. Propaganda, it was his media channel, propaganda. When Nigeria had the best economy, when we had the best cabinet in Nigeria's history under Goodluck Jonathan, we saw how all of them, oh, the economy is bad, the economy is just, they removed him. Now, look at where we are today. Instead of them to speak to issues, speak now. This man is not the president. You understand? Speak against the poverty, the insecurity, the inflation, how companies are leaving the country. The only thing all of you can do is to tackle Peter Obi, to tackle the Igbo race, and to tackle the obedience. And it's not going to work. It's not going to work because, and like I said, an average man on the street now is obedient already. Obedient. Poverty. I said after 2 years, all of you, when I spoke to all of them, when they were threatening me that day, I said I just give all of you 2 years, all of you become obedient. But now, less than how many months? Because poverty, see, it is poverty that unites the people in Nigeria. The people are already united in poverty. But like I said, the politicians, they know the game. They just play tribalism card. And instead of the people to now think that I am already poor, I am this my poor neighbor with me. As either a Yoruba, an Igbo, a Fulani, Calabar, Kanuri, Ijo, Ibibio, Isekiri, Irobo that already poor together. What the politicians will do just to throw in that tribalism card, they will be separated again. After the election, they will be united again in poverty. You know, I always say, I said the poverty in Nigeria is deliberate. Democracy cannot work where there's massive poverty and illiteracy. So the poverty in Nigeria is deliberate. Keep them poor so they can use them. Look at how people were lining up now to collect salary meat. Human beings, elderly people that ordinarily should be able to afford to buy either a ram, even if it's a small goat, even if it's a chicken that they can kill in their house, let them kill it and enjoy themselves.
Can you buy tomato? Can you afford tomato?
Now where 3 tomatoes is going for as high as 500, 3 pieces of tomato in a nation that has arable vast land. You know, I give an example. I said it will be a tragedy where people will have to fetch water from a tap and pour into an ocean. And somebody say, what is the meaning? The meaning is that Nigeria as a nation is supposed to producing foods. You're exporting abroad. Now you are importing. There was a time in history. See, the problem is that people don't even know where they are coming from. And like my brother used to tell me, about your mobile law, they want to timber. In case you don't even know where you are going, you must remember where you are coming from. Now listen, there was a time when Malaysia then, as a country, they came to Bendel, that was Benin and Delta, Bendel State, to collect this palm kernel. Today, they are one of the top producers of oil in Nigeria. What can you say about Nigeria? People that came to your place to collect palm kernel seeds, now they are producing oil. What can you say? In Benue State, the food basket of the nation, there's insecurity that farmers cannot go to farm. In Nasarawa State, in Plateau State, now they can't go to farm. That's one of the reasons why there's farming, and there's ordinarily there's supposed to be no farming, but there's farming because the farmers cannot go to farm. If they cannot go to farm, that man now that complained that we interviewed is now acting somebody that ordinarily, when he was in Benue State, they sent him food from Benue State to Lagos. Now is now sending food now from Lagos to his family in Benue State, which are in the IDP for the past 8 years. Look, no, just look at the just look at the maneuver. They send ordinary food, the food basket of the nation. They send the amount of food from Benue to Lagos. Now they are now sending. He is now sending food from Lagos now back to Benue State. That's a tragedy. That's where we find ourselves. One of the top boys of LG, he was kidnapped
In Lagos.
in Lagos. Now the new state bandits, maybe they are armed robbers or kidnappers. But if you say bandits, then I'm afraid. Does it mean that now we have bandits in Lagos? You know what I'm saying? So this so-called activists, these so-called elders, they should look themselves in the eyes and tell themselves the truth. That who is the president? How is the nation? This energy that you are using on the obedience movement, the Peter Obi himself and the Igbo people, use that energy on the man in charge of the nation.
Okay, let's talk about Edo State's obedience for Aswe.
My brother, you can't serve two masters. Peter Obi, Obi is the obedient. Like I said, I said I'm afraid. Obedience for obedience for Mba, then obedience for Uzodima, then obedience for Asun, then obedience. A time is coming. Even Bin Laden is dead, but we hear obedience for Bin Laden, obedience for Escobar, obedience for Anini, obedience for Shegumi, obedience for the Boko Haram leader. You can't serve to say one place. Obi is the obedient. So the value of Obi must be what matters, not your own self. If you can form your movement, nobody's holding you, go and form your movement. Some people were crying that how can our leader Peter Obi raise the hand of his the Labour Party Akpata, and I'm asking which hand should he raise? You are in the PDP, you can be any political party. They call your own leader to come and raise the hand of your candidate.
They're not in Atiku or Wike.
That's what I'm saying. So now the question is, which of them will come to raise the hand of their candidate? Because now there's a leadership gap there. Who is going to raise the hand of the PDP candidate?
Aswe.
Who is going to raise the hand? We've seen our leader raise, and you are not crying. Okay, who is our leader? He has raised the hand of his own, but that candidate in the state of the obedience. Now, even in that same state now, they are trying to play this tribal politics. I don't understand what's going on in Nigeria. And I pity for the Igbo people. I swear to God, I pity for them. They are being used as a scapegoat. Even their own influencers, so the Igbo people, they are not helping themselves. They are so-called influencers. And I thank God, they are great Igbo people now on Twitter. Great, they know where they stand. People like General Oluchi, people like Harry Chidi tweets. That's my main man. Those ones, they are speaking for their own, for their time, which is good, because you see the candidates, they are influencers in Nigeria on ground here. They are demarketing them. How can you say, for example, that I left the East because of insecurity, and we saw Rangers, Enugu Rangers, anytime they are playing at the Cathedral, the stadium is full, and I'm asking myself, is this match being played in Sambisa Forest? If there's insecurity in the East, and we are seeing 20,000 capacity Rangers Stadium, they call it the Cathedral. Is it that in Nnamdi Azikiwe Stadium? It's always full. And I'm asking myself, is this game, is it being played in Sambisa Forest? Well, it seems like the way they are painting it, that Sambisa Forest is more peaceful than the East. That is the problem. So it is you that will sell yourself. I sell myself as an Egba person, proud. If I start speaking about Abeokuta, you will think that Abeokuta is the best city in the world. You think that, because when I speak about Abeokuta, when I speak about people that came from Abeokuta, when I speak about my Egba people, I speak boldly about where I come from, because that's where I come from, that's who I am. I have that spirit of what to do I mean. Like I say, no apologies, I am first an Egba man. First, if I am first an Egba man, first, that's number one. Then I'm a Yoruba person. Then I'm a Nigerian. But you see your people in the east, they are the first to the market themselves. For what end? To what end? We see, we see how everybody, because how can somebody attack the Igbo people and then there's silence everywhere? I left the Igbo, I left the east because of insecurity. Yes, tell me where there's security in Nigeria. Where there's tell me where there's security in Nigeria. Just tell me. Somebody should mention his name. They are just they are reports of little insecurity everywhere. You understand? The only thing is that you can do better instead of instead of instead of instead of trying to, how do I put it, instead of trying to paint your region black, you can come out and say we can do better. You understand? Every time it is Igbo people that are used as a scapegoat. Oh, I'm a Igbo. The Igbo people are like this. Igbo people are a major tribe in Nigeria. A major, because I'm a major. Wazobia, Yoruba, Igbos, Hausa, because it's Hausa Fulani, but Hausa. That is the thing. So when I look at the influencers from the east, I'm like, look at two people. You are selling your birthright for a morsel of meat. Would you come back to it? You must not forget your home. If I start talking now, you will see, oh God, it seems like glorifying my home state, Ogun State. Oh, I'm Abeokuta. So does it mean that Abeokuta is the best place in the world? No, but that's where I'm from. You must be proud. Yes, I was born in Lagos, but you must be proud of your heritage. The heritage that made you, the East, the security in the East, so that's why I'm bringing my business. Yes, there's insecurity everywhere. Yeah, tell me where there's security. Tell me where in Nigeria now you can walk with your by 12 o'clock in the midnight. Tell me the place. If you see the, let me give you an example. If you see the president of the major countries in the world, whenever they are working in their country, how many times do you see them work with escorts, carrying guns everywhere? But when anybody see Nigeria president anywhere, any of them,
Almost 80,
you see blockades of road. What does that tell you?
convoys.
Convoys everywhere. Then what does that tell you? If there's no security, let only the president be working now. Let the government be working only himself. You must paint your region very well. It matters. All this because of political gain, because of anything. It's a disservice to the place you come from. You understand? So, like I said, the people of Edo State, by now, they should look at what's happening in Abia State. Now, as an example, the shining light of the governors in Nigeria is from Abia State. All this sentimental voting and everything cannot work. All this is turn by turn. All this, it has not proven to work. At least we have seen a miracle. Is it working? Understand? So people should now take a cue from that. Vote for competency, character, and capacity. With that, the nation will go forward, the state will go forward, and people of the state will enjoy like what's happening in Abia State as present.
Okay, thank you very much, Rilwa. God bless you.